In the women's flyweight division, your main event at UFC Denver, you got Rose Namajunas, aka Thug Rose, coming in at 13-6, taking on Tracy Cortez, who comes in at 11-1. Coming in, Doug Rose is more than a 2-1 favor, so keep that in mind. Both ladies stand 5'5". Rose 32, Tracy Cortez 30. So right in the middle of the prime, both fighters 65-inch reach. Both fighters stand right-handed. Both fighters pretty active. Rose 3.7 significant strikes per minute to 4.1 for Cortez. So Cortez with a slight lead. And Cortez lands well over 2 takedowns over the course of 3 rounds. Rose gets like 1 every 3 rounds. Namajunas 59% takedown defense. So the numbers aren't stacking up right now for Rose. But she's got a big, obviously a solid resume. So keep that in mind. That's why the numbers could be a little lower. She's coming off the win over Amanda Ribas by unanimous decision. Lost to Amanda Fiora by decision, and Carla Esparza split decision. And that Carla Esparza fight was one of the worst fights I've ever seen Doug Rose have. I mean, very inactive. 37 significant strikes in that fight. She also beat Zhang Weili twice, back-to-back, to capture and retain the women's strawweight belt. So that's where Rose has been. She's been all over the place and has fought the best fighters in the world. Now, Cortez, 75% takedown defense. She's basically perfect. She is perfect. Since entering the UFC, she's won 6 straight, if you count the Contender Series. But as of late, beat Jazuda Vicious by decision, Melissa Gatto decision, and split decision over Justine Kish. Here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. You're talking about Thug Rose Namajunas. She's more than a 2-1 favorite. Should be more like a 4 or 5-1 favorite, in my opinion. I mean, she's going to absolutely dominate this fight. She's got way more experience than Cortez. The one thing you could say about Cortez is she does find ways to win, right? It's not her fault who she's fighting, but she's also not putting away her opponents. She wants to take the fight to a decision. So Doug Rose just has to be real aggressive here. I think she learned her lesson against Carla Esparza and has looked good since. She gets the win here, in my opinion, by finish, somewhere in the 2nd or 3rd round, likely by KO, to move to 14-6. Women's flyweight division, your main event at UFC Denver.